Coming up here on RBC1 is TNA Impact Wrestling. A warning, please do not try this at home, as this contains TV-18. Hello and welcome here tonight here on WWE TNA Impact, as we've got not long to go now until Clash of Champions takes place in the next 4 days time, as we've got a real jam-packed event of course here of action and drama for tonight before we wrap things up. To wrap up the show here for WWE TNA Live here on RBC, live in the city of Chesterfield. And I am Michael Cole alongside Brian Saxon and Corey Graves, as we are going to kick things off for TNA Impact, starting things off right here, right now, as the TNA World Heavyweight Champion Swerve Strickland will come down to the ring before his match with James Storm in the next 4 days from now at Clash of Champions. And here he comes, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion Swerve Strickland. He's not come alone, it looks like here. It looks like there's two masked men who brutally attacked James Storm last week. An alliance here with Swerve Strickland, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know if he's actually a part of it or associate with the attack of James Storm, but it looks like he is. And a lot of fans look like they're turning on Swerve Strickland, because James Storm is a TNA legend, a TNA icon, and Swerve Strickland was a man who brutally attacked James Storm, it looks like, by the two masked men behind him, accompanied by Swerve coming down to the ring. I think that those two men and Swerve as well was responsible on the attacks with James Storm of last week's episode. I think Swerve was all behind it all, as those two masked men brutally assaulted James Storm at the back of the locker room. And I don't know if the match is going to happen at TNA for the World Heavyweight Championship title at the Clash of Champions. I'm not really quite sure if that's the case or not. In the next 4 days time, we're going to hear from Swerve Strickland right here, right now, and what he's got to say in the ring after what happened a couple of weeks back when James Storm was brutally assaulted backstage by the two masked men. I think Swerve Strickland looks like he's embracing that boos right there from the crowd here tonight here live in Chesterfield. And they all realise that Swerve Strickland is the man responsible on the attacks of James Storm, his opponent at Clash of Champions. Yeah, that's right. It was me all along, with the help of those two men behind me, to take out the trash James Storm last week. And the question is why? Why, Swerve? Why did you attack him last week? It's because I want to teach James Storm a lesson and show respect to your champion Swerve Strickland for the future here in TNA. And maybe I was a nobody before TNA, but now I am here and I know me that my actions last week is all because I am the man for the job here now. James Storm was a long time has-been, and you all can boo me, but I'm going to do what I'm going to do at Clash of Champions, and my prediction is actually defeating James Storm and keep this World Heavyweight Championship intact to Swerve Strickland after the night after Saturday. And let's now get this contest underway right now between this matchup, as we have here Roxanne Perez, as she will be taken on here against her opponent here, Gail Kim. And Gail Kim was a great wrestler in the TNA generation and also in WWE's women's roster. And she'll be up against this woman right now, walking down to the ring, Roxanne Perez, trying to make her name for herself here in WWE. And she's been booked for a matchup here against Gail Kim right here tonight, live in the city of Chesterfield. And I can't wait for this matchup here, how Roxanne Perez can do inside this ring when she goes one-on-one here with Gail Kim. for tonight here on TNA. And I've got to say, Swerve Strickland was actually the man who was actually responsible on the attacks of Cowboy James Storm last week. I'm not really quite sure if Storm's actually able enough to wrestle on Saturday, because only 4 days time, it was actually last week when he was brutally attacked by those two masked men, and obviously Swerve Strickland was all behind the scenes, was the man was responsible on the attacks obviously to James Storm from the last show. But here she comes down to the ring here, and that's going to be Gail Kim, ladies and gentlemen. And Gail Kim, however, we all know that Gail Kim was actually a great wrestler, of course, in the women's roster in WWE and also in TNA. She's also a former WWE Women's Champion and a former TNA X Division Knockouts Champion in the past. But now she's here in a new era of TNA WWE as a member of the women's roster. And let's see what Gail Kim can do inside the ring when she goes up against her inside this ring. And she's wrestled for both shows, for TNA and for WWE. And she's not stopping anytime soon. And Roxanne Perez is actually a young, let's say, rookie, let's say, comparison to what Gail Kim is. Gail Kim's a veteran in the women's roster, and she's got her first matchup, by the way, tonight here in Chester, as those two women wrestlers have got to fight each other inside the ring for the contest. And here we go, and we're live between the two. Now Gail Kim got a start to the matchup there for Gail Kim, onto the middle rope and jumped on top of Roxanne Perez. And now I'm going to go for death drop right at the back of the back there of Roxanne Perez. Chops into the chest now for Gail Kim. Now Gail Kim now into the corner. Oh my god, no. Oh my gosh, she's putting her foot right in the back of the head right there of Roxanne Perez. And now she's going to the middle rope, she is now. Going for a little leg drop right onto the head there, back of the head there of Roxanne Perez. It's very good to see right there from Gail Kim. She's really delivering here tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. And now I'm going to go for a Hurricanrana. Hurricanrana, the move there of Roxanne Perez. And I know that obviously Clash of Champions is taking place next, another couple of days from now, on the 21st of September, on the Saturday. It's going to be a real epic showdown. There's going to be lots of matches on the card. Speaking of that Raw and SmackDown, we all know that The Rock will fight Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship title. We also know that for Raw, we know that obviously Daniel Bryan will be fighting against the World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk for the World title at Clash of Champions as well. And also for TNA, representing TNA, we have James Storm fighting against the TNA World Heavyweight Champion Swerve Strickland on Saturday at Clash of Champions. Every championship will be defended inside the ring come Clash of Champions. That's what the pay-per-view is all about. And meanwhile, here that Gail Kim there, putting her foot, trying to wait a second now. Oh, just took her down. She just took her down there. And they're going to go for a big punch right into the face. Right there onto for Roxanne Perez. And now, throw her right there onto the ropes now. And now going for a chop right into the chest there to Roxanne Perez. And now going for a cover now. 1, 2, kick out right there from Roxanne Perez. She obviously kicked out, she did. It's good to see. Good to see from her there, the kick out from that. And now I'm going to go for... Now, Hurricanrana. Now she crawls onto the ropes now. Punching, we're going to punch in the face right there now. Oh, nice work there from Roxanne Perez there to Gail Kim. She's putting her neck right onto the ropes and back first outside of the ring. But Gail Kim now, wait a second now. Oh, what a drop. She's going to go for a cover here now, Roxanne Perez here, to wrap up the matchup here tonight. And it's over. And Gail Kim, the veteran, wins here tonight in the first ever WWE TNA debut, let's say, for Gail Kim. I know she wrestled in both companies, of course, when TNA and WWE was separate. But tonight, she wins here in the new era of TNA WWE, joined together as a show. It's been 6 episodes now since we've actually aired WWE TNA Impact. And a big win right there for Gail Kim. A big future for her here in the new era. And to let you guys all know, ladies and gentlemen, for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship title, Swerve Strickland will defend the TNA World Heavyweight title against James Storm, as it seems at the moment. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed or not after what happened last week, but the match is still happening between Swerve and James Storm for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And now comes the glorious Robert Roode, ladies and gentlemen. And we all know that Robert Roode is the glorious one, and he's the X Division champion. And we all know how good he really is in terms of his entrances. And Robert Roode did actually win the WWE TNA X Division champion a couple weeks back in that X Division ladder match, by the way. And he was the first man to capture the title and won the first ever WWE TNA X Division champion. It's good to have him actually as champion. But this matchup, by the way, between Robert Roode and Frankie Kazarian, but obviously we know Robert Roode heads down to the ring, and let's see what happens when he comes down to take on Frank Kazarian, one of the members of the Bad Influence, because last week we had the Bad Influence and the Hardy Boys had a matchup for the finals to become the first ever WWE TNA World Tag Team Champions, but the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, defeated Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels, the Bad Influence of last week, and that's congratulations, big congratulations to the Hardy Boys to become the first of WWE TNA Tag Team Champions. But obviously here tonight's a non-championship matchup, by the way, between Robert Roode, as he will go one-on-one here against Frankie Kazarian, one half of the Bad Influence here for tonight, here on WWE TNA Impact. And he is live here, live in the city of Chettigo. This matchup here at the Impact Zone. And he's ready, of course, for the contest. Robert Roode's in the ring already. And he loved that entrance. It's the best entrance I ever seen in any wrestler in WWE. The glorious entrance there. It's also the best song in Spotify, by the way, trending as well. That theme music of Robert Roode. Okay, let's now move on now to the Bad Influence coming down to the ring here. We've got Frankie Kazarian's been scheduled for a matchup here against here tonight, accompanied by his tag team partner Christopher Daniels, and we know that obviously the Bad Influence were the finalists last week, but lost to the Hardy Boys for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We all know that the Bad Influence, or Frank Kazarian, will try and aim for hopefully a victory here tonight, maybe a chance for a potential push for the X Division Championship title if he actually ends up winning here tonight against Robert Roode. Who knows on that? Live in the city here in Chettigo, the Impact Zone. And these two men are in the ring, and they are ready for the contest here and the matchup for tonight, live here in WWE TNA Impact for tonight on the show. So here we go. Let's get underway the matchup live right now. Robert Roode and also Frankie Kazarian. And let's get this contest underway, and here we go live here in the WWE TNA between here Robert Roode and also here Frankie Kazarian. Now, takedown there. Got the leg, oh my god, he's got the leg caught right there. He took him down, he took him down. And he's punching back and fighting back here now, Robert Roode. And a big punch right there into the head there from Robert. Throw right there into the corner. Big clothesline. And now goes for a running knee right into the head. Now Robert Roode picks up Kazarian and drops face first on the mat. And the X Division champions taking control of this matchup, by the way. Taking control of this contest. Now, stamp right there into the arm right there now. And now stamp right there into the hand there. Another stamp in the hand again. One drop again into the back of the arm again. Stamp on his arm there. And it's been good so far for Robert Roode. Elbow drop. Into the corner. And now I'm going to go for roll up. Good cover. 1, 2. Kick out. Yeah, the good kick out there from Kazarian. Now I'm going to go for a neck drop. Right onto the neck of Kazarian now. It looks like he's getting distracted here by Christopher Daniels here, distracting Robert Roode, but from behind now. Watch out there, Robert. Frank Kazarian there. From behind, dropped him on face first on the mat. And now, wait a second, no. Oh, nice work. Now a cover now on Frankie. 1, 2. Oh, kick out there from Kazarian there. It's very good to see from him. Now Robert Roode now going to the top rope here. And goes for it. Oh, what a jump on top of the ropes outside of the ring. On top of Frank and Kazarian here. And now he's doing some multiple punches right there into the head there to Frankie. And the referee's actually calling these two to get back into the ring or else. It's a 3 count by the referee. And now it looks like now Robert Roode now drops him on his back outside of the ring. I think Robert Roode's very keen on doing more damage here than Frank Kazarian here. Now Kazarian gets thrown into the ring there by Robert Roode. Now Robert Roode now onto the top rope. And he hits the elbow drop. No, he doesn't. And now Kazarian now gets away. Now Frank Kazarian now. Armbar. Armbar. Submission. Submission. Is he going to be over? Is it going to be? Is he going to be over? Is he going to tap out? Is he? No, he doesn't tap out. And the X Division champion keeps himself alive. But wait a second, no! Oh, the spine buster! Out of nowhere there from Robert Roode. Is it going to be over? And it is over. And Robert Roode wins here tonight here in the TNA Impact Zone live in Chestergo. What a win here for the glorious Bobby Roode. And the X Division champion somehow won here tonight here in his one-on-one contest. And that is the glorious one right there. Deserves that victory fair and square. And wins in front of the WWE Universe here for tonight. But before we wrap up the show here tonight here in WWE TNA, we got to go backstage because Swerve Strickland and James Storm are having a bit of a brawl here, it looks like here. Let's roll the footage backstage. And oh my god, they are having a big brawl here. James Storm and Swerve Strickland. And it looks like James Storm's back. I think he's back from being hurt from last week by those 2 masked men. And he's finally here tonight kicking ass here. But no, looks like Swerve Strickland, they're beating up here on James Storm again here like last week. But now Storm fights back, he does. He fights back from Swerve Strickland. And now Strickland now all uppercut there on James Storm on the stage. And now Storm gets up, he does. And now Swerve now throws some shots on James Storm. Storm now throws some shots back at Swerve Strickland. And that's all we have time for here tonight live in Chestergo. And we'll see you on Saturday at Clash of Champions. And also for next week for TNA. Have a good night, everybody.